So this is the first episode of the PTRS podcast, where we'll cover the opening races and what's happened in them, such as GP2 and GT1, which are the only classes that have taken place so far. Do you want to go?
I wasn't there to see the first couple of rounds.
We got the script. Did you not read the script?
So my perspective is that of a bystander and not first person.
There's actually a team owner though. Well, whatever. So basically, in the opening round where ProDrive seemed to have it, I guess, in a completely new car with pretty much plastic suspension, or fucking paper. Are we allowed to swear? Well, just cut it out. Made out of paper. To have it at first. But
yeah, the GP2 car is very tricky to drive.
Yep, as the race progressed, Dr. Sean, or DRS, as I just say it because it's annoying, got caught in the curbs at turn 1 twice, and it essentially ruined the race. As well as a penalty, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure DRS got a penalty, but he definitely went flying.
In Monza, he was given a penalty, which promoted the Kojima driver, Baby Hippo, to P3, which was probably what ProDrive don't want, because then they've got people in front of them.
Winning good, losing bad.
Yeah, very bad. Very bad for the team that's almost always known for winning and everything.
Yeah, it's a very uncharacteristic drive from DRS, flipping twice, was it? I wasn't there.
Oh,
I'm just...
Yeah.
I heard he was flipping on the curbs in Monza, so it just goes to show that guns don't kill people, curbs do. That's
an L. But it's always exciting when we see someone else win, because then it's something new, I guess. And a surprising thing, a bug or what would be the fault of a driver, which is still a possibility, on the straight entering Ascari under the bridge where Lambo seemed to hit a bump, which might be down to the suspension again being made of literal paper mache, or maybe something wrong with the driver somehow. Don't see how that would be a thing on a straight, but nonetheless, it probably cost him a lot of time. And
yeah, keep in mind. So it's super easy just to say skill issue, but I think in that case, it may just be down to just the way the car is built.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most trickiest cars in the game to drive.
Suspension is very weird from like the 4 laps I've driven in the car. And anyway, talking about Hippo, who actually did really good, not very qualified, but
P3.
usually a midfield. Yeah, usually a midfield driver from India, I think. Qualified and finished in the same position. The road probably P4, but managed to finish P3 on the podium in what is technically Kojima's first actual row race, I think. Yeah.
His first what?
No, the team's first race. Hippo's been doing this for...
Oh, yeah. Very impressive. A good sign of things to come.
Yeah, although practically carrying the team at the moment with technically 3 solo appearances already.
Yeah, Baby Hippo having severe back issues.
Yeah. Talking about Gene now, who went on to win the race.
Been around quite a while.
Yeah, actually one of the more experienced drivers.
Coming out of retirement, I believe, to
coming out of
again? A couple races.
Is it just one-off appearances, like real drivers?
He was originally planned to do a few races, I believe, but he ended up only doing Monza.
Yeah, right then. Who is currently an Ion FE driver, who won the title actually, but that's not fuck Ion. Get out. Anyways, who went on to win for is it ProDrive or is it P-Drive? It's annoying to figure it out. I just say ProDrive. Who went on to win for ProDrive, managing his tires and not pushing the limits, working it well, which is what they know how to do. He's at the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely disgusting out there, completely filthy.
Now, I don't know any of the results there are to talk about in GP2. Reggio, I guess, another new Project Trackday team, not very good. They got 2 points. Neptune, which is SFM's junior team, I understand. Is
Correct.
it? And Genjutsu, all on the back foot. Rush, Luxor, and P Drive, not even, well, scoring. L. Nonetheless, the addition of the GP2 category has brought in a lot of new faces, or well, just faces from road racing. Got
Oh yeah, it either draws people in or it pushes people away just with how difficult the car is to drive, but having something
cars are
new in the game is
like
definitely a good thing.
yeah, because we've never seen anything like GP2 before, so it's attractive. But at the same time, the problem with the handling, you've got people like Rick who's good at Iron F1, but well, you got to drive. He's good at Iron F1, but unfortunately, the handling it'll eventually drive people away. And you got a couple of Iron racers or people associated more with Iron than Project Trackday doing the GP2 class, and it's probably going to blow up in their faces at some point because of the poor handling of the cars.
Yeah, I've never had a chance to drive the car myself, but just from hearing from the drivers, it sounds very tricky.
Yeah, indeed. Shall we talk
In fact,
about GT1? Oh,
yeah, just a second though. Is it true that do you know if it's true that Sundown, the developer, increased the tire wear for league servers over the public game? Because I heard about that. I don't know if that's true or not.
they increased the tire wear for the league servers.
That's what I think, but I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't been following the developing process because that wasn't my job.
I'm pretty sure
But
that the lap times in the league servers are a little bit quicker in the public game, so that's something to keep in mind.
well, judging from three of the drivers speaking out currently, it would seem that the tire wear has been increased and open and shut case. Now onto the farce of GT1, titled in this script. A race which had 9 starters during the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, is it? Or was it the Mexico?
I don't remember, but it was during one of the F1 races, and which threw off the timing of the schedule, and consequently causing a lot of people to either not show up or do not
Basically,
finish.
people can't multitask, and only 9 cars started, of which 4 finished. One more than the 1986 Monaco Grand Prix, so better than that, I guess. But nonetheless, only 4 cars finishing. Pro Drive, SFM, and Reggio. Yeah, only teams to score in Sebring, which Dr. Sean of DRS led about, well, he was on pole by 8 seconds from, I think it was wide, and finished the race in front. Most likely got the fastest lap because it's Sean or Doc DRS. Another good drive from him. I mean, you don't
Was
really
it
expect it.
DRS that won that, or was it Fernando?
No, it was DRS. Fernando did not finish.
All right, so your
Well,
podium for the first race would have been DRS, Wide Yo-Yo, and
Wide
then
and
TG
TG.
Yeltsin.
Rear ladder, Aston, Found, South, and Pickle failing to finish.
All of
Blueberry
which
Jamboy,
not
the only
finished, of course.
non-podium finisher to reach the flag.
So yeah, very strange outing there.
It is, I guess, a good race for the GP2 debut. GT1 isn't really that exciting. Then again, GP2 hasn't really shown us much else than a British person winning or doing a lot of dominance for another
Do you know
British
what was
team.
exciting though? Do you know
What?
what's exciting? Race 2 of GT1 was exciting.
We'll
Would you
get to
like to
that in
get
a
into
second.
that?
GP2 Hockenheim next.
Oh wait,
So,
are we going to GP2? Okay, never mind. We'll get
GP2
there.
Hockenheim place on Saturday.
GP2 was pretty exciting as well.
So first off, Real Ladder's aggressive attitude approaching the weekend, which did not pay off for him, tumbling on the curbs, as well as spinning the car at least multiple times, from what I'm reading.
Oh yeah, he got sent into orbit there. From what he told me, he said that he just had trouble seeing from all the cars, and I think that's what caused him to hit the turn 1 curb, which sent him. I think
he did
he
a
actually
Daniela.
there.
He did a Daniela that moment.
Oh yeah, Danny moment.
And the race ended with him in P4. which would have get points, but in the end, you want more points, and unfortunately, that's not what the ending result was. Unfortunately,
yeah, I believe he had another incident after that.
a penalty.
But yeah, it was overall a really good comeback. A lot of drivers they got penalties and they've spun that race, so a lot of things came into play and able to make that a decent return there.
Add on a little bit. I read from my driver, Baby Hippo, that he had spun down to P9, basically dead last.
From the lead, right?
Yeah, from the lead. I think early on, because he would have gone to P3 otherwise. Well, I flipped at the first corner and stopped to dead last and managed to get all the way back up to third and a second consecutive podium, which is very good.
Yeah, Baby Hippo definitely seems to be getting the hang of this new GP2 car.
Definitely picking up where I left off in GT4 with a podium or two with that KTM. Now to an issue with the curbs in Hockenheim, because it's been pretty much a talking point ever since we've started this, started racing there. A series of incidents which have led pretty quick drivers, down at the back end of the field, such as Danny, Daniela, and Jean, as well as Hippo and Three-Ladder, many more. And do the curbs need to be removed? Are they too deadly? Are they too high somehow? Or is it just people not approaching it correctly, as most drivers seem to make it? But
I think it's a necessary evil, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the GP2 suspension could need some work, but
GP2 definitely.
At the end of the day, you're running a Formula car over sausage curbs. It's not going to end well.
No. The weight's weird as well. Now back to DRS, Dr. Sean. After Shelby, thank you. After winning, onto DRS. After winning the previous PTRS race in Sebring in GTR, he continued with the Pro Drive dominance, putting on pole by 6/10 from Mauricio, who we know to be another quick driver in this league for SFM, I believe. Was it SFM?
Yep, SFM.
And not many other details other than the fact that he went on to win the race by 9.5 seconds.
Wait, which driver are you talking about that won the race?
DRS, Dr. Sean.
Oh, DRS. Yeah.
A very good drive using his experience to take the flag. Shelby, look to the left. PTRS GT1 Championship.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
I actually don't know what happened there, so let me just get on with it. QB qualifying on pole, who's really more of a one-off driver than a full-time. Don't think
coming out of retirement, of course.
Oh, when did he retire?
He retired a long time ago. Back in after WERA season 1, I believe, or actually it may have been a bit later than that, but it was way back
WRA?
in 2020.
Yeah. Anyways, God damn it. In a second. Beating DRS to pole by about half a tenth. Yeah, half a tenth, which is actually a surprise because no one can do that really. Barely anyone, apart from Hippo in the previous GP2 race. And it was good. And it's good to see another driver that isn't Pro Drive taking the gold, at least in qualifying, nonetheless, gold, and winning out on top. Something different we would like to see once in a while. And again, something where Pro Drive didn't go so their way or what they planned.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Pro Drive that weekend. Normally coming out on top, but I believe I heard correctly that someone else, another team, qualified on top, and then are we getting to the end results of that race yet, or are we still getting there?
The monkey hopping on top of the stage again.
Oh, we seem to have a rogue viewer.
Shelby, give me fucking admin, you goddamn idiot. Jesus Christ, why do you have to go AFK in the middle of this shit? At least give the presenters admin, like, holy shit.
Jesus
Like, come on,
Christ.
dude.
This is why I needed the shotgun,
parts.
dude. That's why I need the shotgun. Anyways, ProDrive throwing their hand at a non-stop, a no-stop race, which definitely didn't work out for them because they lost lead at the final. They lost lead on the final lap of the final corner, which must have been a real big blow.
Oh yeah, DRS. Doing the no stop, of course. Going super wide on the final corner. It was Parabolica, I believe it's called, and that allowed both Feint and Wide Yo-Yo to go through through the finish. But unfortunately, Wide Yo-Yo did have a penalty. He got one too many CCs on the final lap, which was super devastating, moving him down into fourth. Before that, though, before the finish, I just want to say that Mauricio had superb pace, but unfortunately just could not keep the consistency together. Oh, crap. Is my cat in the background?
I can hear a cat, yes.
Yeah, we can hear a cat.
Where did Mauricio
the dog
finish in the
doing?
end?
What the dog doing? But yeah, very uncharacteristic of DRS making a mistake on the final corner like that. I understand that the tires weren't in his favor, though.
I understand QB managed to get P3 off of Yo-Yo because of the penalty. QB finished P3 from pole after Wide Yo-Yo got the penalty. I mean, Mauricio got P5. P6 went to Lambo. P7 went to the Colombian South HD. And P8 went to Patrick Roy. And P9 to someone called Dragon.
Yeah, overall, definitely one of the more exciting races this season so far.
I wasn't there, fortunately. Anyways, so far a good championship in GTE 1. Let's just do a brief coverage of the results so far, as we have no round right now. As DRS Dr. Sean leads with 43 points, 13 clear of Yo-Yo. Faye with his sole win at the moment in third and 25. TG Olsen and Ray QB tied on 15 behind. And then in the teams, ProDrive and SFM are pretty much the only ones who can do anything right now. 58 to 53, respectively. Now on to GP2 in Sebring, which is the third round of the Spaghetti Suspension Series.
Yep.
Which
most recent round just happening an hour or so ago.
Yep. Which saw Baby Hippo take pole, first team pole for the team as well. Which didn't really go so well in the race. I mean, kind of dropped down to fifth at the beginning. This is the only race I'm here for at the moment.
Oh, he's not alone in that. He's not alone in poor or relatively poor race results. I believe he did do relatively well, though, if I recall correctly.
I saw Reladder and DRS really jump off at the start. I think DRS got a bit of a slow start, but really just collected it all together after that, turn one. And the two fought for most of the race, well, until the pit stops came along, and Reladder's car really just did not like the sudden change in speed, and, well, you can talk about this if you want. The car, it missed
early on in the race. Reladder was starting to pull away a little bit, just slightly, by a few tenths each lap, and it seemed to be going his way, and until pits came during mid race, and didn't go well. He ended up. I was watching it myself, so I was able to get a really good view of it. But while in the lead, Reladder dove into the pits. Unfortunately, he tapped the side of the pit wall, causing him to enter the pits a little sideways. And when he reached the pit limiter, which it's for those of you who are not familiar, when you hit the pit limiter in the game, it forces you to go at a certain speed. And when he hit that, it flung him, his car and himself out of the map. So that ended his race there, unfortunately.
Very unfortunate for a very competitive team as well. least recently. And
yeah,
very good.
Rider's been looking for a win for these past few races, so it's a big bummer that he's going to have to wait a bit longer before he's able to finally put one in the bag.
Yeah. DRS eventually, after the series of pit stops were over and one driver had acquired about 350 corner cuts, he took the flag about 2.3 seconds clear of Indom. Although in the end, a penalty applied to him, to Indominus Rex's initial position of P2, meant he ended up P5, about 25 seconds down on the leader, which meant Hippo was promoted to P2, 15 seconds down, Wamazan just beating out AZ7 for P3, 22 seconds clear, likewise for AZ. Wobe in P6, which Danny, the boy, not our Danny, P7, Mauricio, P8. Which was a good race. Very good race, actually.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely an entertaining one. Definitely one of the more unfortunate and tragic ones for Secret Formula Motorsports, though. So
yeah, definitely.
They'll definitely be looking to improve on that for next weekend.
Rush Division having arguably the worst race they've had, I think, in a while, since Gus or something in GT4. Mbabe and Real Rick are outside the top 10, at least what the initial results show. Rick, another Ion driver, who unfortunately retired after about 5 laps due to the suspension just being completely awkward and then his mouse shutting off. Lowly Sneaky, not making it either after about 2 laps running. And of course, Reladder's retirement. Though I think Mbabe got a point for the Vietnamese team after disqualification of randomizer for, let's just say, exceeding track limits 400 times.
400?
About 350, but exaggeration.
Yeah, we round up for that. We round up. We do a little rounding.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. I'm not sure about the standings for GP2 right now because we don't have them.
Actually. I can tell you that second place in the standings is going to be different.
Definitely going to be Hippo because 30 at 18 is 48, but DRS is going to be running away with it right now because that's a 25-point bonus he's gotten. Jean isn't here. AZ is pretty much going to be in third because he's gotten 12 points from that race. And I don't imagine there's going to be any other changes. Indom got P5, so that's 22 points for him. He'll be somewhere near the top 5, if not directly inside of it.
Yeah, Pro Drive predictably in the lead there, showing the Pro Drive difference there. Yeah, so that'll be predictable. Really same in GT1. Pro Drive definitely seem to be doing their normal stuff in terms of championships, even if a couple of their races hasn't gone their way.
It doesn't usually affect them. One little snafu. Jinjitsu could have gotten more points, but I believe AZ and 4-5 isn't bad. That's 22 points in the bag. So that probably puts them up to P2 with Kojima in P3.
Yeah, especially for a relatively new team, it's a very good result for them.
Definitely. So I believe that concludes our first podcast, PTRS, where we will next be covering, at the beginning at least, the GT1 race, or maybe recapping the GP2 in Sebring.
Yep, tomorrow is Hockenheim for GT1, and then the next week for GP2 will be Kustykab. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to watch, and we'll be covering that as well in due time.
Double Scuba weekend round 4 for both GP2 and GT1.
A new track, of course, for Project Trackday. So
I imagine
definitely going to be a favorite to the spectators because no official races has been there before. So it'll be interesting, as well as Fuji. Fuji's coming up in a couple weeks, and although drivers claim, or I don't know if it's the track itself or if it's the elevation, as I believe Sundown has said, but tends to be a really difficult track in terms of grip.
Oh, I imagine a lot of people have been trying it out on the official Project Trackday game because they want as much experience as physically possible, especially with the potential increase in tire wear, which will definitely throw them out of balance a little bit. Anyways, I guess that concludes the first episode.